Hey, what's up guys? Welcome back to the channel. Triforce Project here. And we are going to be taking a look at a Valheim build today. So let's get started. So we're here in Valheim. I'm just kind of laying out the base, or the floor plan here of what we're going to build. This is going to be a little kind of like a boar hut, or a animal husbandry kind of building, a house with a little pen, which we'll get to at the end here. Obviously this is sped up. We're running it at 3 times speed just so it's not too long of a thing for you guys to be watching. So yeah, here we're just trying to clear out the rocks, or clear out the ground, get it level, put our floor down first for our first level. This is a 2-story building that we end up building, so it ends up being pretty, not large, but pretty good size. So yeah, we didn't go with a typical square building, although this isn't a very fancy build in the end. It gets to be a little kind of square and boring towards the end with the looks of it. But I do mess around with some of the spiral stairs here, as you see. We're obviously doing this in kind of creative mode or whatever. We have the debug cheats turned on so that we don't need to build with a workbench and all those things, and no materials. Just because this is a world that we're just kind of building a little town in. You can see the couple other buildings we got in the background there of things. Eventually I'm sure we'll go through those and show those off as well. But now we're just getting the flooring in for the second floor here. Just trying to get that all laid out. Like I said, this does become a 2-story home. It does end up having technically 2 beds in it. Not that it like matters. Alright, so now I was trying to think of just like some accents and things to do here. We want some windows in the place, of course. We're gonna close that off. Put another window back here, and there's that. So we got the front door, and we got some of this. We're actually going to build this out one more space, and there we go. Let's wall this off, put a door out here because that is where our animal pen is going to be. We do end up putting boars in this place, so this is a boar pen. Not exactly sure how you would bring them in, but you can. It's not necessarily what we're trying to figure out here. So now I'm just trying to make it look a little more appealing. It is kind of a weird space. It ends up being a little goofy, I guess you could say. But I like it. This turns out to be a pretty neat little build, I think. So we're just trying to get outside walls put up so that we can get our windows and our layout kind of figured out. I'm trying to get this to line up the way that I want it. It's just not working. Skeleton gets in the way at one point. So yeah, now we're just trying to get this lined up. I end up just deciding to say screw it and put the windows in. And now I again wanted to put windows here, but I didn't want them to have the shutters, so we end up just doing this, which I do quite often in a lot of my builds. Just gotta fill in that corner there and bring them across. Gotta get them to line up. So we do it that way. Alright, now we top that off. The other thing that we have happen here is I'm accidentally taking screenshots. I was trying to figure out how to turn off my UI, I believe. But you'll see here now we're doing the roof, and this gets to be a little bit of a janky looking roof just because of how it's set up. But we do get it to work semi-decently here towards the end. This corner really is what does me in. I really struggle trying to make this look good, and I don't actually remember if I get it to look like really that good at all, or how I get it to work here. But a lot of trial and error, just kind of mess around with it, trying to find what we need to get it to work. And so you can see I'm trying to get this corner piece to work, to kind of get this corner taken care of without using two flat pieces that just like cut into each other. And then I decided to try and take the corner piece from this side to do it, and I kind of think this is what I go with. Nope. Is that what I go with? I don't remember what I do. I think that's what I go with. It doesn't look good, but I don't know, it works. I also I do plan to work on some building skills here. Like I said, I want to make the builds look a little more entertaining and more realistic, I guess you could say. Some of these builds are just very crude. Here I'm trying to figure out what to use for lighting, and then I'm like, oh, let's use a hearth. And I'm like, oh, those are giant. But I'm like, maybe down here, like into the wall. I was thinking with the rock building behind us, or like with the rock wall behind us, it could almost look like it's a fireplace. It was built into the rocks. So I put it down, I start filling in the floor around it, and I kind of get to this point and I'm like, I don't really like it. So we take it out, we put the floor back in, and then I have to go back through and try to replace my walls and make it look good. And then we're just gonna go do standing torches, but I didn't think the sconces would be a good idea. So we change our mind, we go back up here, put in a couple braziers, and then I put in the flat roof again, just because I want it to be covered. It's not too bad, it looks alright. So now we're gonna put in the fence. We put in nothing too crazy, nothing too fancy. We just fence this around, and then we also go around the top here so nothing gets into the pit from above, which we just kind of run it right into the building there. And I'm like, oh, let's put some windows in. So we put a double pane window in there, which I think is gonna look really nice. We come back around to the front. We're gonna put some finishing touches out here, make it look a little better. And we go in the door. And now I'm just trying to make it look a little more presentable. And we're trying to find some decor to put in. So we got a table, and I get a few chairs put down. Gotta push our skeleton buddy out of the way for that one. Put a nice rug in at the doors. And then we got some holders to put down things on your table. Put up a little banner in there in the tall part by the staircase. And then you get some storage right here. Kind of makes sense to me, right by the door where you would have go out to your animal pens. We got some standing wood torches just because I thought the iron torches were a little too much in this all wood building. So we got that. We do put a little gold on the table. I was trying to think of some other like creative things to put down, but then I just decided to go build a bedroom, I mean. And I was gonna wall it off. I had to fix these floors. I think that was from when I put in the hearth. But yeah, I was gonna build a bedroom, but then I remembered my ceiling, and it's would be a pain to try and wall in. And with how I have this layout, it would have walled in both sets of braziers into the room. So here I'm looking at the big bed, but I go against it because that's the bed that we have somewhere else. So I just put two of the little beds. One with each, they got a personal storage next to them. And I put a bench there, but then I see the hot tub. I'm like, no, this is going to be perfect here. So yeah, this neat little hot tub. We're going to put some wolf rugs around it. You get the little hair rugs next to the edge, so when you get out of bed, you cool your or warm your feet. We use those stools as you see there for little like nightstands. Not that you would need that in the Viking era. You don't got a cell phone or anything to put on them, but that's what we did. And then here we put in a bench. I think I moved this bench at some point though. I didn't really know what to put here, so we decided to put the little tree in the corner. Just because we got the stuff. Why not, right? We'll put a few presents down. And then out here we got to build our stairs down. And then I frame them in just to make them look a little bit nicer, in my opinion. Give them a little bit of kind of their own flair, I guess you could say. Frame that all in on the other side. And there we go. So now there's that. I want to put some torches in to get a little light around here as well. So we do that. And then I get a little worried about this little spot right here. I don't want them to somehow get out onto the edge there, so I put up a fence just to make sure. And now we're looking to see if there's anything else, not necessarily that'll work for what we're doing, but just to add for decoration, but I don't really find anything. Alright, so now we decided to switch out the benches we had in there, and we're just trying to add a few more decorations in. We are add the armor stand down here. I was looking, we'll add the parsnip bow lantern, I think it is. Another couple more rugs. And then I don't think we add anything else up top there. Next thing we are going to do is spawn in some boars, I think, in here, so we'll get that figured out here in just a moment. Alright, and here is a final look at what we got here. So let me get the UI turned off here and we'll get sent around the world. We'll go back into normal speed for this as well. Yeah, so here's a look from the outside. Our skeleton is in there killing our boars, so that's really annoying. Like I said, it doesn't really turn out to be that great of a look here. It's a neat little building, but it's not perfect. I feel like I could have probably connected that backside, and that roof needs something on it. But yeah, so now let's go through the inside here quick. Let's come on in. Here's the main floor. We got the benches, the table, our Yule tree. You go upstairs here. And we got the double bed, the little chest, and the hot tub. So then you can go through, open up all the windows here. I can't reach those ones at the moment. But then we got our nice little double window. Kind of a neat one. And then you go down here into where the boars are, which clearly our skeleton is shooting them all down. And yeah, that's how you can go get your meat, feed your boars, take care of them, do all those good things. But yeah, that is it, guys. So here's these windows. They do clip through if you open them from the outside here, so just keep that in mind. But this is about it. So thank you guys for coming and checking out the video. Hope you all enjoyed it. Remember to like, comment, subscribe, and I hope to see you at the next video. Peace out.